Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Here's a number to remember. 2 billion. 2 billion future leaders are waiting for our judgment call. 2 billion young minds are looking at our teachings, our lessons, our guidance, our help to illuminate their path, our move, our direction, our choice of conduct. But we, as parents and guardians who work hard to put food on the table and support the family, can only do so much. The least that we can do is to put them in an environment that will nurture their natural inclinations towards positivity and goodness to benefit as many as possible. As protectors of their future, we must equip them with the best of early childhood education to ensure their self-confidence and self-esteem are kept in check as they traverse through the world in their lifetime. We must ensure that inshallah, as these young minds bloom, they can exchange ideas and cause impact to the world. And the key to do this is the mastery of the English language, as it is the language of the world. Most importantly, we must realize that the true potential of a human being can only be realized when he or she connects with his or her creator. Thus, a solid foundation in Islamic education will help kids to grow and love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, follow the sunnah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and benefit the world wheresoever they may go. Alhamdulillah, Brainy Bunch Islamic Montessori, the world's #1 brand in Islamic Montessori education, has paved the way to provide children an Islamic Montessori English-speaking environment for the last 11 years across over 100 campuses, starting from Malaysia to Singapore, Indonesia, Gaza, and most recently, Brunei Darussalam. And Alhamdulillah, as of today, we've impacted the lives of almost 10,000 children. But now, our dreams are bigger. We aim to educate millions, maybe even billions of children at a time. But we don't want to do it alone. We want to do it with you. We now offer you the opportunity to join us as franchisees of Bring Your Bunch Islamic Montessori, where you can directly impact and change the lives of children in your community for the better. Together, we can provide the best solution that the world will ever need, a good future led by good leaders of tomorrow. But these leaders need us now, as they are still the children of today. Together, we can develop the Ummah. Together, 2 billion future leaders and more will benefit from our efforts, inshallah. Amin ya Rab. Click the link below to join us in this effort. Jazakallahu khairan kathiran. See you later, inshallah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. All praises be to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious, the most merciful. Good evening and welcome to another FB live sharing session. My name is Auntie Charisma, and a special shout out, of course, to all our parents, students, teachers, and staff of Brady Bunch who are here listening to our session tonight. I will not be alone as I am joined by one of the senior division managers of Brainy Bunch. Please welcome Auntie Azira.
Thank you, Auntie Charisma. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Auntie Azira. I am one of the division managers in Brainy Bunch. I have been working with Brainy Bunch around 10 years. I started in 2012. I am now handling Brainy Bunch International campuses from Indonesia, Singapore, Brunei, Turkey, Gaza, and inshallah, we will expand to Bangladesh and Ghana.
Wow, mashallah. You are all over the world.
Alhamdulillah. Allah is
And
giving the opportunity. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. And we are fortunate that you are here with us tonight because we are going to discuss on what is in store for our play school children, right?
Yes, you are right, Auntie Charisma. I hope I can share some of my experiences in handling our children, and we focus more to playhouse, play school children tonight, inshallah.
Inshallah. Now, to all of our viewers, if you are our parents, please, you can type your campus. Where is your campus or your child's name so we can give you a shout out? And if you have any questions for us tonight, please do not hesitate to type it at the comment section. All right. So, inshallah, we will be answering your questions as well. So, I hope that we are ready to answer you as well. Okay.
Inshallah.
So let us start our sharing. Now, when we say play school, these are the students aged 2 to 3 years old. And parents would normally ask me, how old can I send my child to school? Now, for me, as long, this is my opinion, because I've also handled play school before. So, as long as the child is able to walk independently, all right, and
Correct.
able to express their needs, even just by pointing or by nodding or, shaking their heads, that's part of communication. They are independent and they are curious and they want to work with other children. Those are signs that the child is ready to be in school.
Yes, you're right, Auntie Charisma. And then the parents should know we also actually accept children the starting age from 1.5 years if they are ready. Like you said
Yes,
just now, they can walk in balance, they are stable to
yes,
walk, they can
of course.
understand the direction. Actually, they can come to school already on that time.
Yes, so of course, we need to check first if they are ready to be in school or not, right? Because we focus on the safety of the children. Children at that age, they are not yet, their balance is not yet developed, and then they will fall. Sometimes they're just sitting, but then they fall off the chair. So we need to have that assessed first, because what I experienced before when I was handling one of the play school, he wasn't even walking. We were the ones, the teachers were the ones who really taught him how to walk. And because the brother was with us as well, so the mother is like, oh, I don't have any place to go to, I cannot send anywhere else but Brainy Bunch. So yeah, we accepted him. That was when I was starting with Brainy Bunch. It's not even Brainy Bunch before. So but then of course, following Montessori, children, we follow their pace, right?
Yes.
Now, another thing that we also want to, where am I? Okay. Another thing that we want to check with the parents is that um, potty training is a typical requirement for preschool students, okay? But in Brainy Bunch, our aunties, they try their best to train them, even just get the diaper from the bag, things like that. And help to put the strap or pull up the diaper. That is already part of training them, right? Okay, hold on. Let's try to answer Enchi Firdaus here. Assalamu alaikum, Auntie. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May
Salam.
I suggest to make apps so that we can know our child progress, such as Little Lives? Because I think it's quite not practical to have report daily by paper. Just my suggestion, which I hope BB management will consider this. Thank you. Oh, I think we have the answer to that because we already have our Brainy Bunch app. Isn't it, Auntie Azira?
Yes, correct. We already have our own apps. Inshallah, we will continue updating, and we can also update the parents time to time about the activities, the progress, and anything related to Brainy Bunch. Inshallah.
Inshallah. So, what do they do to download the app? They
Yeah,
just
they
to
have
go
to
to.
download. They have to
Uh-uh.
download the apps first, and
Mm-hmm.
then there are some features that they should explore, and then they can access to their own class lah. I mean, the class of their children.
Yeah, so I want to show you that we
Yes.
have this app. You can go to App Store as well, because I'm using iPhone. So
Yeah, it
you can
support both.
download Be Brainy, Brainy Bunch, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's too bright, but yeah, you can try to download the app, and inshallah, you will see a lot of activities that is posted there by the children. All right. Thank you so much, Enchi Firdaus, for that suggestion. But
Suggestion.
we
Yeah.
are, of course, we want to cater the needs of our parents as well because they need to know what's happening in Brainy Bunch. So we have that for you. Don't worry. Okay. All right. So another thing that is part of our play school is the health screening. Let's talk about the health screening first because before they even enter the school, our teachers will do some health check. So they will screen the children. What is the health checking about, Auntie Azira?
Okay, let me share. Like health screening in the morning when the children or the parents enter the parents send their child to our school. Our aunties they will wait at receiving area to check the temperature of the child and also get the child to sanitize their hands. And for example, we notice that the child is sick or not feeling well, we will inform parents and we would suggest to go to clinic to get further examination. I mean, assessment. And we would appreciate the parents can cooperate to let the child to stay at home if the child is sick. And we also sending help alert message to parents. For example, the child has sore throat. What should they do? For
Mm-hmm.
example, the child vomit at school. Now we're gonna call parents and ask consideration from parents to come and fetch the child and bring to clinic. For example, we found rashes on the child's body or hands or
Mm-mm.
feet, face. Then we
Yes,
will
because
inform parents. We'll
yes,
we will
correct.
inform.
Because rashes, right? You don't know whether it can be chicken pox, it can be
Yes,
HFMD,
correct.
Tinea versicolor, and ringworm or other things that we need to know. Why do we health screen our children? Is because, of course, it's for their own safety and the safety of the
Yes.
other children who are mingling inside the classroom. So it's very important. I think our parents can see our Keep Me Home poster.
Yeah.
Let's show them. Yes, this is the Keep Me Home poster where you can see in your campuses. So please, if you have time, snap a photo, read it, because this is not only for your child, but for the other children as well.
And then we also record the temperature of our children. So if let's say we would like to recheck, we already have record. It's easy for both sides actually, not only the
Yes.
teachers but also the parents.
Correct. So, if in the middle of the day, for example, the child fell sick, so what do we do?
We normally check uh, like not only in the morning, like in the
Mm-mm.
afternoon after bathing, and then another bathing in the evening. We can see from their face, right, auntie, sometimes if they are not feeling well. So we check the temperature, we check their body, like their hands, feet, and their body, face, everything. If we can see, we can spot the friend, we will call parents actually. We will get parents to come and bring the child to a clinic lah, to see doctor.
Yes.
And we actually concern if anything happen at school, actually we are not medical people who can who can diagnose this and that.
Yes,
Yeah. At least we can see the symptom. We can suggest to parents what should they do next. Try
yes,
to help.
correct. Mm-mm. So as much as possible, we alert the parents, right? Straight
Mm-hmm.
away when we see something is wrong with the child, like if having fever, or yeah, when we see rashes, we straight away call the parents to alert them, to inform them, and if they can come to the school and fetch the child as early as possible, then please do so. Okay.
Yes.
In play school as well, we are talking about play school, but of course
Mm-hmm.
it's also like the same with our primary students, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in play school, a daily event card will be distributed, right, on a daily basis. Now, the objective of this is to provide information of your child's daily activities, what they have eaten, how many times they change their diapers, how
Mm-hmm.
many bottles of milk they have finished, or how long did they take the nap, or if there's any incident or accident that happened in school. So if you are a play school parent, please ensure to ask the teacher the daily event card, because that is
Yes.
very important.
And
Okay?
also their emotions, Auntie. We also record that.
Yes.
Either they are
Ah,
happy or they are like
yes.
sad or
Mm-mm.
sleepy. We
Mm-mm.
can record the history of their emotions actually, and we can suggest to parents what can they do to make the child actually cheerful to come to school every
Mm.
day.
Yes, and this is for play school only. Why? Because the play school children, they're not gonna be able to tell the parents yet, right?
Yeah, they have
Some of
limitation
them,
to talk.
yeah,
They
some
have
of them are
limitation.
nonverbal.
Yeah,
Correct. So I don't think they will be able to tell the parents straight away what's happening in school, or
correct.
what I feel in school. So this is one way for us to, understand and observe the child, so that the parents
Mm-hmm.
also will be able to understand what's happening in school. So for our primary children, ages 4 to 6, they are able to converse already. You can ask the children what happened in school. They will say fun, happy,
Mm-hmm.
right? But for a play school child, 2 years old, of course, they will not be able to tell. But normally, what I observe is that children in play school, when they see their parents, they automatically cries, right? Like,
Yeah.
but the child did not even cry at all in school.
Mm-mm.
But then, when they see the parents, it's like, wow, such a relief that, oh, my mom is here or my dad is here to pick me up. So don't worry, don't be alarmed when your child is doing that, because it's actually like, um, not to say normal, but that's what's really happening with most
Yes.
of the children that we observe in school. I think, Auntie Azira, we can read some of the comments first before
Mm-hmm.
we proceed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So again, you may download Be Brainy apps at the App Store. Now, Encik Muhammad Ikram Sultan Kabir. Okay. Maybe you can read the comment.
Okay, I hope we can see the updates of our children's daily activities based on their own campus in the apps, such as photos, video, and etc. Inshallah, Encik Muhammad Ikram, we are trying our best to set up the apps in proper, and we will keep updating and share with parents by
Mm-mm.
campus and inshallah by class. Actually, you can view your children's activity, the progress day by day, inshallah.
Inshallah, we are doing our best. Now, this is the first step. We have the apps, the second step is coming, don't worry about that. But of course, you can still see the activities, like the photos, the videos. I think our managers are updating our FB
Mhm.
pages, right? And
Yeah.
I think they're also sending you photos via Google Chat if you have the Google Chat, right?
Yes, I think they each of the class actually they have their own group in their own
Mm-mm.
class, and all the activities actually they share with parents in that respective group.
Yes. All right. So make sure that you are part of that group, the Google Chat, right? Okay, so our children also, not only our primary has their timetable.
Correct.
What is that timetable, Auntie Asira? Maybe you can,
All right.
enlighten our parents about the
We
timetable.
used to see timetable last time, Auntie. We used to see timetable in our school, like when
Mm-mm,
we were in primary, secondary. But actually,
mm-mm,
for preschool and play school, they also have timetable at school. And we do
mm-mm.
encourage our children actually to experience the different classes, different subjects, different area. Every 30 minutes they have to change from one area to another area, so
Yes.
they have different activities to do. So for play school actually, they also experience many subjects. For example, early language, early mathematics, arts and craft, cultural studies, Islamic studies, and many more. So even though they are in play school, still they
Mm-hmm.
experience that. And later on, when they go to preschool, it's easier for them actually to adapt. They have to change the classes, the area, because they have been introduced from play school actually.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. So at least they have that preparation, to be ready when they are in
Mm-mm.
preschool. Okay, yeah. So you mentioned that in our timetable, we have a lot of subjects. We
Yes.
also have the Solat Duha, the
Yes.
assembly time.
Yes. As
What else
daily
is there,
practice,
Auntie? Mm-mm,
and routine, our play school children actually they also practice the same what we have in preschool. For
mm-mm,
example, daily they practice solat duha when they come to school, take wudu first, and then solat duha, and after that they have assembly. They also join our singing song, our Negaraku, Brainy Bunch
mm-mm,
song, Asmaul Husna, and then the pledge and I am statement. And then they
mm-mm,
also have their circle time. They practice singing nursery rhymes. And after that, they have their breakfast. Even though we know not all of our play school children can talk and sing. Maybe some of them still learning, they have limitation or non-verbal, but still they are following with their physical movement. So we know they
mm-mm.
enjoy all the activities, inshallah.
Yes, inshallah. And I think our children, they should be exposed to all of this at an early age, which is about play school, so that they have the time to process everything. As we've mentioned, we keep on mentioning that in Montessori we follow the child's pace, so we need to be patient.
Yeah.
Okay, so
On top of
after their sorry.
charisma, on top of that, we also can see the children, they are practicing zikir, salawat,
Uh-uh.
and doa, and also simple surah. And they
Mm-mm.
go like not in full, but we can hear from the recitation they are trying
Yes.
to recite on their own.
Yes. And I think also you will only hear the last word of the sentence,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's like, but like for example, when they sing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star,"
Mm-hmm.
"Twinkle Twinkle Little Star," they will just say "R, uh, But then for them,
Yes.
that is already singing. So
Yes.
let's try to
And they look
be
so
patient.
cute by doing that, right? And the charisma.
Exactly.
Mm.
Okay. I hope that we are not having our technical difficulties because Uncle Bud is
Assisting.
messaging. Okay. I think we are still live because I can see myself still live right now. Okay,
Inshallah.
so apart from the assembly, the circle time, and the Salat
Mhm.
Duha that Auntie Azira mentioned, and you
Mhm.
also mentioned that we teach them the early language, early maths, and then after that, they will have their milk time. Of
Yeah.
course, there are still children who needs their
Mhm.
milk, and sometimes children are with their milk bottles wherever they go, you know.
Mhm.
During this period, we are teaching them all the ground rules in the campus. So they're also doing whatever our preschool children are doing. They're being taught the ground rules, okay? Um, I would like to request for parents to please do not allow your children to use the pacifier. You know, the puting. Ah, no putting when you go to school. You can use that at home. But then, of course, when you use the pacifier, it also will affect the speech of the child. All right.
Mhm.
So, me as a teacher for how many years, we try to advise and encourage the parents not to use any pacifier.
Mhm.
Keep it because like in Rauda City, whenever I see the child with the pacifier, I will get the pacifier. He will give it to me, you know. He knows that
You
I will
ask
need to.
nicely, right, Auntie?
Yes, I said, can I
Yes.
have, yes, can I have your
Mhm.
pudding, please? Then the child will eat, and then, okay, let's
Yes.
put in your bag. He will be the one putting in the bag. And the
Mm-mm.
whole day, he will not be using it the whole day. But then, when the mommy comes, the mommy puts back the. So, yeah, I think it will be difficult, you know, because it will
Mm-mm.
affect the child's speech later on.
Mm-mm.
So, I hope that,
Yeah.
you know,
Also, the
parents,
structure of the structure of their tea
exactly.
also affected actually.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Correct. All right. What else do we introduce them with, Auntie?
Okay. Other than that, we also introduce to them many activities actually in their classes. For example, as we also have previous session, we explain and share about ground rules. So whatever we practice in preschool, the play school children do the same actually. They also walk by following the direction, the instruction from the aunties. They also have to sit properly in the class. They also have to learn to say good words. For example, like saying thank you if people give them something, and then
Mm-mm.
they have to try to converse. They have to start to communicate by saying hello, hi, try to greet people. We teach them how to do, and they have to respond and practice it. And they also learn how to manage themselves at school and the charisma. For example,
Mm-mm.
even though we see our play school children is small, like 2 to 3 years old, actually, they can carry their own bag. They can carry their
Yes.
own belongings when they go to school. Even though they are small, like their own tumbler, they want to go for break, like breakfast or
Mm-mm.
tea time. They can bring their own tumbler. Even they recognize their own tumbler. Let's
Yeah.
say they see their friends with tumbler and they forgot to take. They will go to the auntie and tell, even though they cannot speak in full, they will show
Mm-mm.
with their hands what they want, and they have
Mm-mm.
to go to their
Correct.
own bag, take, and come back to the table and follow table manners. So
Mm-mm.
it's part of the lesson at school actually to manage themselves,
Mm-mm.
themselves, and to cooperate with their environment, like their peers, their friends, and the
Yes.
aunties
Mm-mm.
as well.
Correct. Yes, and I do believe that, you know, children, if you give them the responsibility, children, they will follow. So let us not assume that they are small children. Oh, they cannot do yet. Oh, it's still small. Let's not do that because we are suppressing the progress, the growth of a child if we keep on doing that. Let us allow them to try first,
Yes.
don't put a stop to their learning.
Yes.
As simple as for them, for us it's simple like to carry your tumbler, but for them it's something that is, because it has weight that I can, carry it until I reach the table. So these things are simple for adults, but it's remarkable for our little children. So give
Yes.
them, allow them to explore, allow them to experience it. Okay. Now let's go back to our comments from our um, Facebook, from Puan Miss Mine, if I'm not mistaken. Did the aunties also encourage the kids to be diaper free?
Yes.
I think for our play school, um, for the whole day, of course, they need to be in their diapers because we don't know when they will do their number one and number twos, right? Normally, the ones that is diaper free, I believe is like the transition from play school to preschool,
Preschool.
which is
Yes.
about 4 years old. Now, it has to be a teamwork between the teachers and the parents.
Correct.
You need to tell us whether you are trying it at home, that they are diaper free, so that in school we will just remind them, okay, come after 30 minutes, go to the toilet. After what, 10 minutes, do you want to go to the toilet? So at least we will have that
Potty
question
train.
to, yeah, potty training.
Potty
That
training.
should be part, yes, that should be part of potty training for our children. Okay.
And we also have to check the readiness of the child. If the parents would like to do, maybe we can discuss with the aunties at school. The parents do at home at the same time we do at school, something like that.
Yes. All right. We have here from Inchi, Sridhar Pujikar. Hi, Auntie Charisma. I am an ex-employee of BP. Just want to know, how is Big Boss Fadzil, Mr. Fadzil Hashim? Request to convey my hello and wishes to him. Alhamdulillah, our coach Fadzil is doing great. He just came back from US, where he sent his children for continue the studies there, and we are also fortunate that we have the memorandum MOU with Green River College, as boss went there for that. So I think boss will be able to read this comment. So inshallah, he will be answering you. But thank you so much. And we also wish you the best in whatever you are doing right now. Thank you so much. Okay, yes. All right. So, as we also mentioned, that, what is great about Brainy Bunch is that we do not limit the child. Instead, we follow their pace. I think the parents will be like, we keep on hearing Auntie Christmas say, follow the pace, follow the pace. Yes, because there must be readiness in everything that they do. Okay, by the time that they enter play school, a child is expected to work cooperatively and independently on tasks or play games for a brief period of time. And this is without the adult supervision. But for now, of course, our teachers are very much hands on in observing and making sure that our play school children are able to do the task safely. That's why we are doing and teaching them the ground rules over and over and over. And this is not gonna be for January only. It's gonna be
Continuous.
going to continue until they graduate from Brainy Bunch. So that's after 6 years old. We will still do ground rules. So I think also,
And
it's
we
also
hope that even
important.
though they graduate from our school, they still can continue practicing in their own life,
Correct.
inshallah.
Yeah, that's why I want to mention that, it's also important to ask your children, what have you learned? What ground rules so that you can adapt it at home. We need the parents to continue what we are doing in school. So if
Right.
we have the proper shoe rack, and we ask them to keep their shoes right in the morning, the parents also must follow. Sometimes I will see parents want to meet the campus manager, so they want to go inside the campus, but the parents, they will just leave their shoes wherever. If we have the space at the shurak, please keep your shoes also, because the children will see you. The children copies adults all the time. All right. So whatever we do as adults, our teachers, our parents, they will follow what we do. All right. Anything you want to add, Auntie?
That's why, Auntie Charisma, I would encourage the parents, try to observe your children at home and also give some feedback to our aunties during receiving
Mm-mm.
and sending, so
Mm-mm.
we can assist the child, or your children at school. At the same time, the parents can continue practice at home with them. So let's build a good relationship between teachers and parents,
Mm-mm.
and let's do our best lah. I mean, the best for our children. We have to
Yes.
cooperate in doing this.
Mm-mm. Inshallah. Okay, so what's happening in early language? Let's try to, detail out some of the subjects that our preschool children will be learning in our school.
Mm-mm. Okay, for play, let me share about our play school children. We know that most of them, they can talk fluently. They just started to talk, right, Auntie Charisma? So that's
Mm-mm.
why we call the lesson as early language. So in early language, the children actually, they will learn about sounding of the letters in alphabet,
Sounds of
and
the letters. Yeah.
yeah, and then they will sing nursery rhymes which is related to alphabet. It will support their memory actually,
Mm-mm.
and also association of each letter and sound. So the learning actually make I mean, the lesson is fun for them. They will sing, they will learn, they will see the relationship between association and the sound of letter, and they will start to memorize. So at the age of 2 and 3, that's why sometimes we will hear they are singing, sometimes like at home, maybe in the car, or maybe when they go out to go to shopping mall, when they see the objects that related to their lesson, they will sing. Actually, they are observing at school, they see the relationship, and it's connected actually, and the charisma.
Mm-mm.
So their vocabulary actually, they will start to develop at early age, and later on when they go to reading program, when they go to preschool, inshallah, it will be easier for them to read, because their vocab is actually developed at early age, and then they are familiar with the sounds of the letters and
Mm-mm.
the object near to them that they used to see daily, right? I can share my experience in handling play school. If they would like to tell me, they go to shopping mall, they go holiday, it's not easy for them to tell the whole story. But
Yes.
when we show them the picture, then they can try to recall. Yeah, I went there,
Mm.
Penang, something like that.
Correct. Correct.
A beach in Penang. So we
Mm-mm.
know that
Mm-mm.
they've been to a place that they would like to tell us. We can see. from the excitement of their face.
Segment.
They look so cute, and we can try to understand what they want to say, actually, what they want to share with us. And also, I have experience in doing transportation last
Mm.
time when I was a teacher. Like
Mm-mm.
when I am driving in the car, I can see some of the children. They try to share. Um, the color of the car, the type of their parents' car. Um, that makes me feel so happy to see their progress. And even during receiving and sending anti charisma, we can see some of the children, they are waiting for their parents on the bench in front of the
Mm-mm.
school
Mm-mm.
when the car come in. So they are
They
like,
can recognize.
yeah. Oh, that's my parents' car. That's my mom's
Uh-uh.
car. Oh, no, no, no.
Uh-uh.
Today, my dad will pick me up. My auntie will
Uh-uh.
pick me up. So
Mm-mm.
they recognize the car. And when I ask them, what is the color of your mom's car? Oh, it's white. Are you
Mm-hmm.
sure it's white, not black? Yes, it's white.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
they actually really confident to say it, even though they didn't say in full sentence, but
Mm-mm.
still we can understand. That's part of their progress, actually, right, Auntie Charisma?
Yes. Okay. So let's go back to the early language, right? That what we you just mentioned,
Mm-hmm.
that they are taught the sounds of the alphabet first.
Mm-hmm.
So I encourage parents, do not teach the letters. Don't teach A, B, C, D. Instead, you
Yes.
teach A, B, K, D, E. These are the sounds. Why do we teach the sounds of the letters of the alphabet? Because that is to prepare them to be able to read in the future. So our target is for them to be able to master all the sounds of the alphabet. Okay, and not only that, we do have our own alphabet fun song. You can check in YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Just type it alphabet fun song and it's there. Maybe our Uncle Bud can help us put the link on the comment section.
Mm-hmm.
We also have our own Brainy Bunch animation where, we have all the characters, our Brainy Bunch characters, they're singing songs. So I think that could also help our children. Okay, let's try to read because I can see a lot of comments already from Miss Mine again. I got a comment from aunties that my son did not always ask aunties, but at home, I think the child is asking. I think since we are just starting our school, right? Advise your child, talk to your child to be able to talk to the teacher. Tell the teacher what is happening, what is he feeling, if he needs anything, please ask him to try and talk to the teacher. And I think you can also talk to the teacher, and maybe she can ask your child once in a while if he or she needs something or he needs something, right? And according to Puan Wan Isni, preschool really helped my son in social skill. Alhamdulillah that your son is really progressing in terms of social skills, because that's one part of the skills that we want to teach our children. As mentioned by Auntie Azira, how do they answer salam? How do they greet people? As simple as good morning, a smile perhaps is also part of social skills, and how to be respectful of the other children, the classmates, the friends. All right. Can you read the next one, Auntie, from Puan Daira Estelle, I think?
Okay. Let me see. Okay, from Pandaira Estelle. My son is 4 years old. In the third week, he was good at reciting prostration during prayer. Syukur, Alhamdulillah,
Alhamdulillah.
Masya Allah. Thank you, aunties. Okay.
Thank you for that
Alhamdulillah.
comment.
4 years
Alhamdulillah.
old, Auntie Karisma.
This
Uh,
kind of comments brings my, I will have goosebumps because it's so wonderful to hear comments
mhm.
like this because
Yes.
that is what we are striving to do, is to really
Yes.
impart something to the children, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Next one from Puan Saharatul Naima Ismail. Hi, Auntie. Can you share experience handling kids with speech delay for
Speech delay for
Playhouse?
house.
Okay. For speech delay for Playhouse, what I can say is, even they're 2 years old, do not baby talk to your children. Like I try, and because they will catch that language.
Mhm.
Do not baby talk. You have to talk to your children as if you are talking to an adult.
Mhm.
You know, if the word is a bombastic word, if the word is magnanimous, if the word is fantastic, say it. You'll never know that they will be able to catch that language, and they will say fantastic, mommy. You will really cannot tell. For speech delay, there are a lot of things that you can do. One thing is you have to do exercises that can enhance their tongue movements, because when we talk, our tongue is the one doing the work, right? And our mouth. So, what I can suggest is you do a lot of blowing bubbles. Um, you can also like ask the child, "Where is? Can you put your tongue here? Touch my finger, but it's outside." So it's like pointing the cheeks, but asking to roll the tongue. That's one exercise that you can do as well. Um, Another thing is um, try to give a lot of nursery rhymes and songs. Because children, they will really adapt to the language, and music plays an important part with small children. So, and of course, you need to have your child checked, so that you get the proper diagnosis, you get the proper treatment. A speech therapist will be able to write down the treatment that can be done in school. So you need to inform our teachers as well, so that we can also help you. It's always a teamwork between the teachers and
Parents.
the parents.
Uh-uh.
Okay. I hope that I can help you more. If you are free, then you can just message me anytime. All right, there we have the link for our Alphabet Fun song and our Brainy Bunch animation. There's a lot of songs that they also put in YouTube. I think Puan Nana Muhammad, can you read, Auntie Azira?
Okay. Let me see. Puan Nana. Okay. Okay, Puan Nana. Okay, Puan Nana is sharing actually.
Uh-uh.
So like my son, before this, when we go to my mother-in-law, my son don't want to talk, but
Mm-hmm.
now he already talk to others, and my son also asked me, "Mommy, Daddy, when we need to pray?" Inshallah.
Alhamdulillah. Oh,
So
Masya
means that
Allah.
the child actually observe, and he already put that as one of the routine. So when maybe
Correct.
when he is at home, he asks mommy and daddy when we want to pray. Alhamdulillah, I'm so
Yes.
happy to hear that. Thank you for sharing, Puan
Yes.
Nana. And maybe Auntie Charisma, we can share this with parents. Um, as parents, maybe they also know their child, what the child love to do. I mean, we need to spend time with them, keep
Yes.
motivate them to do this and that. Let's say the child has speech delay. She is not preferred to talk to maybe outsiders, but they
Mm-mm.
are more comfortable to talk to their parents. So
Mm-hmm.
let spend time more with them. let do something that make them happy. So they will start to talk when they feel happy, and inshallah we can see the progress of the child. Inshallah.
Yes, and also with speech delay, I can also say that when the child is trying to talk, listen. Do not cut. Do
Yes.
not cut the child while the child is trying to talk.
Mm-hmm.
Give that opportunity for the child to express what he wants. Now,
Mm-hmm.
once the child talks and the child is not able to enunciate the word, ask to repeat. When we teach our children in Brainy Bunch, we teach them to we tell them to repeat many times, right? Because when you repeat many times, your brain works, your ears work, a lot of your senses work together, right? So the learning will be there, it will be embedded in their brain. So inshallah, everything will run smoothly. So do not cut your child when when they're talking. Do not baby talk. You need to ask them to enunciate the words again, but not to the point that you are forcing the child. Say it again. Don't be angry.
You have
Sometimes
to be
parents
patient in handling
parents
that.
give pressure, so don't pressure your child. Okay. So for
Yes.
example, I need to, for example, this one is a tissue, and the child cannot say tissue. The child just say shoe. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's shoe, shoe. Then you need to cut the words like tissue. Say it again. Tissue. Repeat after mommy, sayang. Say T. Then the child will say tissue, shoe, tissue, tissue. So, syllabicate words until they get it. But you have to be patient, like how patient our teachers are, inshallah, to teach our children, as much as possible. We really try our best to impart the knowledge to our children because every child is unique. Every child has a different technique, right? Auntie Azira, not all will
Yes,
be the
yes,
same.
yes.
They
They are
all
unique,
have
Auntie Charisma.
different learning capabilities. Some they can just look at the picture, they already know. Some they need to listen for them to be able to, learn from it and understand. So we all have different learning capabilities. So I do hope that you observe your child. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let's try to move on with our topic. We have a lot of things to um, talk about, and we have, it's almost time to wrap up. But as we mentioned, we have early language. As we mentioned, we're teaching the sounds of the letters and not the letters per se. We also have early maths where we teach counting. All right. Now, there is a difference between numbers and numerals. Who can answer? The parent, please. All right. No quiz today. But numbers, this is the quantity of the object. All right. Quantity is numbers. The numeral now is the symbol, the figure. All right. So one. The quantity is one. All right, that is number. So what we teach first is the number rather than the numerals. Okay, we also have exercises for practical life where our children will learn a lot about pouring, transferring. Why do we teach them all of this? It's not only for them to be independent, but also it's a preparation for them to write because they are using a lot of their hands. It's hands on, it's hand movements, the dexterity, it's developing. So these are the activities that we give our children so that later on their hands, their grip, the pincer grasp is developed, and then it's easy for them to hold the pencil. In early writing, what can we do? They doodle, they color, they follow the dotted lines, a lot of things that we have in our campus. So And also, as mentioned by Auntie Azira already, is the social skills, right? That
Mhm.
we teach them how to answer our salam, give salam to others, shake hand, and even take offense. You know, when they have done something like push a friend, we also need to be able to discipline them, right? What
Even even
else
though
can you
even
say,
though some of,
Auntie?
even though some of the children actually they can't say it improper, but you can see from their face expression they want to
Yes.
do that, you know.
Yes. Okay, so again, as I mentioned, they are very cute when they are talking to us, but never baby talk with your child. Try to talk to them as an adult. Involve them in whatever you do at home. Okay, like for the next day, you are going to prepare the bag, for example. Ask them, come help me, get me your diaper, and we put inside your bag. Make them involved. You don't do everything for them. Make them involved. You
Correct.
can even ask them, okay, what do you want to wear? Show them, a choice. Like, oh, I want that. Children, they can even answer. They can even point out what they want to wear. So as simple as that, get them involved. And I think if you give them the responsibility at home, this will also help in the child's development, inshallah.
Yes.
Okay. So I think we have about 3 minutes left, Auntie Azura. I think you have anything to say for our dear parents?
Okay. Okay, dear parents, please keep supporting your child, motivate your child to come to school, let them learn and play at school, let them mingle with friends and enjoy the activities at school, and trust them, even though they go to school while crying. And I believe that they will keep improving. Maybe the first week, they a lot of our children crying on the first day, on the first week, and now moving forward, the third to fourth week, we can see some of them already okay. And the charisma, they go to school with confidence, even if the parents forgot to bring their tumbler. They know, they will
Mm.
go back and tell their mommy like, uh, please send my water bottle, even though they cannot say tumbler, water bottle, they show with their hands.
Correct,
And
correct.
um on Monday, they will come with their pillow bag, right? Anti charisma, with
Mm-mm.
their
Mm-mm.
blanket. And if the parents forgot to bring that, also they go out from the car. We can see from their face like they are asking for that bag. So mommy will tell them, okay, okay, mommy will come back to send your pillow back. You can see from the
The
faces.
mommy become forgetful. That's why.
Yes. So we know sometimes parents are rushing, and do not hesitate to approach our aunties, our
Mm-mm.
campus managers, if you have something to share or you have concern. Let's bring to a discussion, so we also can support from school, and the parents do the same from home, and we can work together to support the children's progress, inshallah. That would be my humble request to all parents, and also the aunties, that those who are watching our live today. Let's keep motivated in educating our children. Inshallah, Allah will always will help us. He is always with us when we do something with good intention. Inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Now, before I give my last words here, ending words in our session, I would like to read upon Zainur Ashura's comment. My daughter is 5 years old and she cries in the midday before nap. but still wanting to go to school the next day.
Masya.
Thank you for making the school a place she enjoyed going to. Alhamdulillah. Thank
Alhamdulillah.
you, Puan Zainur, for that
Mhm.
sharing. And I do hope that our parents are really, happy to be on board Brainy Bunch. Now,
Mhm.
I also would like to point out some things like when you give praises, especially with our play school,
Mhm.
let us try to give praises, uh, which is quality is more important than the quantity. Like for example, we put food, when eating, for example, we put a small portion of their food and they are able to finish. We give them praise.
Mhm.
Oh, Alhamdulillah, mashallah, very good. You finish your food. But if there are times that she doesn't finish, don't give praise,
Mhm.
right? Because they need to know where, what am I doing good and what am I not doing good. So, this is part of the lesson that we need to give our children, especially at home as well. So, praise them when they achieve something remarkable or when they reach a certain goal, for example. We ask them to sit down and listen to the auntie, for example. We give them praise because there is an end goal. Okay. I also would like our play school parents that you need to give your trust not only to your child but to our teachers because they are doing their best to help in your child's growth. Another thing is patience for not only for the teachers, you need to be patient with the teachers as well, but patience with your child to grow. It's not that they will be able to do things the next day. No, it's a series of practice. It's a series of reminding the children again, we follow the child's pace. Teach them order and discipline. Do not rush anything that is you want because you expect them to be able to do certain things and you rush them to do it. No, we need to follow their pace, communicate with the teachers, and inshallah, we are open to any of your suggestions, comments. We try as much as we can, to reach out to parents. That's why we have this Brainy Bunch live session every Wednesday to, reach out to our parents. And with that, I would like to inform everyone that there will be the parent teacher meeting happening at the campuses, but you need to wait for the confirmation of the date and the time because it depends on the campus. Now, parents are given 10 minutes to discuss the current progress of the child and what is the target plan for the child. Okay, so if I may suggest, you need to prepare a set of questions, so that you don't waste your time thinking, oh, what else can I ask my son's teacher, for example. So write it down, whatever it is that is troubling you, or you need to know something regarding your child's progress. Write it down and then you can ask the teachers, inshallah. Okay. Thank you so much, Auntie Azira, for another live session. I think we have a very good sharing today, and I do hope that our parents learn a lot from this sharing. You can even replay this in our Facebook, of course. And we are going to be back by next
Inshallah.
Wednesday, inshallah, to answer a lot more of your questions, inshallah. Thank you also to Uncle Bad. Thank
For
you.
assisting us tonight.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum. And we are ending in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.
Bye.
What
Thank
is
you
the
for
best
joining us.
education system for the future of our children? Where can I get the best education for my children? When they grow up, will they be a good person and a good Muslim? These are some of the concerns parents have especially for those with small children? These are also the same questions my wife and I had. From there, the idea of opening a holistic education institute using the Montessori method came to life with Brainy Bunch. The main mission of Brainy Bunch is to train and nurture 1 million children who are obedient to the commandments of Allah and practices the sunnah of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There are 5 main things that are nurtured in students of Brainy Bunch. Love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, love of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, love to parents, love of the heaven, love of the ummah. A school that uses the Montessori method is different from a school that uses a traditional method. The Montessori method believes that children do not need to be forced to learn, and this system of education is very fun. With that, students are always motivated to learn. This concept is very suitable with the fitrah of a child which yearns for a positive environment in teaching and learning. Through this method, the potential of a child can be developed and their self-confidence can be improved. Each class has only 15 children. This is to ensure that teachers can give their full attention to students during the teaching and learning session in class. The Montessori method combines 3 age groups in one class, which are 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds, until 9-year-olds and beyond. This concept allows all the students to lead and mentor the younger ones. The use of English as a language of instruction during the process of teaching and learning in school is a decision made to master the current world language. We do not give the title teacher, but we use the title auntie and uncle at Brainy Bunch because teachers are a part of our families. The best of man is to one most beneficial to others, a hadith narrated by Muslim. At Brainy Bunch, we believe that each child has a big potential to become someone successful and useful in the future. As parents who love and care for their children's education, we have to find a method and a school that is the best for our children. With a complete education, inshallah, we will be able to produce children who want to be as great as Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, Umar al-Khattab, and Abdul Rahman bin Auf, who used their wealth for Islam and the Ummah. 6 qualities of the Sahaba, which will be instilled in all students of Brainy Bunch are: faithful towards the Kalimah Tayyibah, La ilaha illallah, Muhammadur Rasulullah. Have khushu' and khudu' in salah. Knowledgeable and practices zikrullah. Praises all Muslims. Performs ibadah with a sincere niyat. Preaches people to Allah and spreads their knowledge. Let's all change for our children's future. Give them a chance to become a preacher of Allah, continuing the work of the prophets, calling people to obey Allah and follow the way of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam through the guidance of the Sahaba and the Salihin. Give the best to your children. Register now at www.brainybunch.com/register.